Alright, the inventory that I have, or the supplies you'll need to gather together, is your favorite color chalk, powdered chalk from Chocolate Cafe. There's a link to their store on my blog all over the place, so just feel free to grab on and head on over to their store. A couple of mini brads, just these little tiny brads. Whoops, sorry, went the wrong way with it. First time tutorial. Some cotton balls, the water, and it's called Stardust Chalk. It's awesome color. I know you can't see the coolness of it, but it's like glycerin. Anyway, you can't go wrong with it. It won't clog. It just settles down, and then you shake it up, and it's all mixed up again, and it makes your projects just shine. Moving on, you'll also need just a plain piece of regular old vellum, just any vellum. You can do designer vellum, whatever. And then something to brush away, just a little duster thing. This is what I use. I got it at Dollar Tree, I think, for $1, of course. And it's awesome. It works well. And your Cameo or Cricut or whatever cutter you use. I'm using a Cameo from Silhouette, and I'm going to cut my flowers out, and I will be right back to show you what they look like. Alright, I'm back, and what I've done is I put this on my Cameo, and I cut out a little flower shaped shape with, I think it was 12 petals. Anyway, just a nice round petal with a nice little, I don't know how well you can see that, with a little hole in the middle. I got this file from the Cameo online store, or excuse me, the Silhouette online store. And what I'm going to do now is I cut 12 of them, and I would like to make 2 flowers with 6 of these on each one of them, obviously. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, 6 there, 6 there. And one of them's going to be peach, and one of them's going to be this nice gem color. And all I do, and I'm going to work in one little area for each color, just because I don't want to get the colors mixed up, because you get a little carried away with the chalks sometimes. So I just take, oh, I'm not in the movie. I just take the chalk like this and dip it in this is just normal cotton ball, just cheap cotton ball. And you take it and you just dip it in there, in the chalk, and you just start coloring in. And however you would normally color with chalk or any other items, just kind of color it to give it some color. I haven't used this color yet, so this will be interesting. It's kind of a yellowy. That's okay. So, and it doesn't take much. I mean, you can see that there's just a teeny bit on my cotton ball. And I just go in circles and circles and whatever to get the color that I want. I can go darker or lighter, and I'm only doing one side at a time. What else can I tell you while I'm doing this? If it crinkles like it just did like that on me, it's no big deal. Just ignore it and just kind of flatten it out, because we're going to crinkle it up anyway in a few minutes. And for the sake of time, I think I'm only going to do one of these. But we'll see. We'll see. I might be able to do the green one too, or the gem colored one. The great things about this chalk is that they've told me, am I doing too many? Is that it doesn't need a fixative in it, or it has it in it, excuse me. You don't need to spray anything on it. If you feel like you really want to spray something to get it to stay, well, the powdered ones don't need anything, excuse me, but the metallics and the fluorescents do. And all I've been using is, as you saw on my blog, I spelled it wrong, so I'm not going to repeat what I spelled, but it's just normal aerosol hairspray. And when you're done with your project and you have the colors that you desire to have, you just take your project and spray it with the aerosol hairspray, and voila, you've got it. So, can I get it all there? Alright, so as you can see, I've made a nice little area of chalk. It is really interesting, that color. Never used it before. I always like to cover my chalks because I'm a klutz. And I'm going to take my nice little bright green brad, because you're not going to see it anyway, and just stack these on here one at a time, just over and over. And it really doesn't matter if you've got the chalk side up or the non-chalk side up, or if you want to chalk both sides. It's totally up to you. But I think just one side is plenty because it's kind of see-through. And how annoying, I've got some cotton ball there. So now you're just going to close your brad so that everything's just one piece like this. No big deal, really easy. Now this is the trick, and I'm going to get everything wet. So instead of getting everything wet, I'm going to set aside, and I use a box or shoebox lid or something like that, and I spray it while it's in the lid. And I'm just going to spray it a few times to get it a little bit moist. This is water and stardust, the chalk stardust. Beautiful. It just gives it a nice glimmery color or shimmer to it. Take this. Let's see if I can get this to work. This is only like my 4th rose I've ever flower like this I've made, so we'll see. And you just wrench it up in the middle. Kind of make a little flower top like that. I don't know how well you can see in this. Whoa, nice. Spray a little bit more. Make sure that the spray is headed down, not at your face like I just did. I guess I shouldn't have said that. Oh well. Entertaining myself here. And my husband behind me. So I did each layer like this so that you just spray and scrunch to the middle. Spray and scrunch, if that's a word. And like I said, that green brad in the middle you're not going to see at all. So get the ugliest brads you have and that you don't ever use, that are just in your stash, and put them to use. So yeah, there we go. There's my last one. And I'm just going to scrunch it up. Oh, I've been outside of this field. Oh well. And I just like rolled it a little bit, but be careful because the bread is sharp. And then set it to the side, and you can see what it looks like at this point. It's just a little wad up little thing. I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm going to do the same thing to the jade colored one, and I will be right back to show you some more.